Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you one of the best seeds I can find in Minecraft, which includes a quite crazy village and other structures spawning in spaces they probably shouldn't spawn. So let's just dive straight in. So if you're wondering what the seed is called, it is called 11468373335. The seed number will also be in the comment section below, and it will also be in the description below as well, just so you know what the seed is. You're gonna have the world type set to infinity, because why not? And just name the world whatever you want, and let's dive straight into the game. Alrighty, so you will spawn somewhere on top of this hill right here, which is 32, 73, and 18 in the coordinates on the top left. Now, this is a quite nice looking hill to say the least. You know, you got some nice little bit of open gravel and some stone here, nothing too special. Apparently a skeleton here as well, just to be there. Either way, so right here, you're going to be looking this way when you spawn in, most likely. What you're going to do is turn around where you see all these little islands here, and go this way. And you will find a nice looking abandoned spruce village. It's quite neat, nothing really to see over here, not really much to loot. But you can get yourself some pumpkins and just some blocks along that line. Also, if you do want to know the coordinates for this, it is 97, any coordinates on the middle, then minus 240. That's basically the coordinates for this. Either way, so the next thing we should go over and check out is the Mesa and some other little spots in this world, but let's check out the Mesa next, which is arguably the biggest Mesa biome in Minecraft I have ever ran across. So, from spawn, alright, you're gonna want to head over to these icebergs, or just follow the top left coordinates. Just follow along here, you're gonna have a nice little island here. It's a little bit large for a survival island, but it's a quite nice little island to say the least. And then we have a nice big iceberg biome over here. And there's a little island here surrounded by ice. And there's another little island over here surrounded by icebergs. It looks quite neat as well to say the least. Either way, we've run into our Mesa biome. One of the biggest Mesa biomes I've ever seen. And one of the most weird Mesa biomes I've ever seen as well. The reason why it's one of the weirdest Mesa biomes I've ever came across is because it's inside of an iceberg, okay? You can't say it's not in an iceberg. It's in an iceberg, and it's snowing in a Mesa biome. Yeah, you've probably never seen that before. And there's a couple other spots like that as well. This one is actually completely under an iceberg, as you see here. You probably never would have thought you'd see that. But yes, there is actual icebergs consuming Mesa biome islands. Yeah. But then you got over here a nice big open area. Either way, if we head this way, alright, I'm not going to go too far away from spawn for you guys, but if we go this way here, we're going to run into the Mesa biome, which is arguably one of the biggest Mesa biomes I've ever seen. And as you see here, it continues to go. And then we run into one of these little spawners over here, which is quite neat, but the Mesa biome still continues. And just, yeah, you just basically keep going in this direction, and you'll eventually find the end of it, which this isn't the end of it, still keeps going for ages. And over here, we have a random little bit of a hole just in the middle of the Mesa. I don't understand what this is. Maybe it's the middle central area of a mineshaft, but the thing is, there is actually no mineshaft nearby. But yes, this Mesa here is a very good source of gold. As you see right there, there's gold in these mesas everywhere. You can't get away from the gold, which is quite nice. Or let's just go to this one over here, and I bet your lucky stars we're gonna find gold in here. Okay, there is no gold in here, but I mean, there's a higher chance to find gold. You can find gold anywhere in the Mesa biome. If we go this way, okay, we're still going, by the way. This Mesa's huge, but if we keep going this way, we will run into lava on a Mesa plateau. Yeah, I didn't even know this was a thing until I found this in the seed, but there's lava in the Mesa Plateau, which is, to say the least, probably quite handy for something, I guess. I don't have any idea, but it's a thing there, and, yeah, it's a thing. Either way, if we continue along here is something quite crazy. You probably wouldn't have thought, by the way, that's the end of the mesa, all the way over there. That's quite far. But the thing here is, there is a desert well right next to a desert temple. But wait, this is not a desert, this is a mesa. And there is no Mesa Temple. Well, this little strip right here is apparently considered a desert. And right here, the desert is 1 block wide. Yeah, that's something, I don't know what to say about that. But the desert is apparently 1 block wide. So, the desert temple thought that 1 block was a desert, so it spawned a temple here. I don't know what the chance of that is, but I don't think it's very high. Either way, let's see, what do we have down here? We got a saddle, we got some diamond horse armor, a golden apple, an emerald, gold horse armor, a gold apple, and 4 iron ingots. Now, it's randomized what you'll get out of here because it's Bedrock Edition, and stuff is randomized to come out of loot chests, but, you know, you can find obsidian down there, and you can find diamonds down there, so it's worth checking out. And like always, the coordinates are on the top left of the screen. Either way, over here, we also have another hole in the ground, which is interesting to say the least. This one is not a square, it's a rectangle. Yeah, that's a little bit weird to say the least. And over here, we got a nice flat plains biome. Not the flattest in the seed, but it's getting there. Actually, no, this is probably the flattest plains biome in the seed, but, you know, it looks quite neat to say the least. And then over here, we also have some random empty grass blocks. There's not grass here, it's just dirt. And grass on dirt. That looks horribly weird, but that's fine. Then over here, we got ourselves some bees, which is quite neat. And again, the coordinates are minus 1400, 63, and then 1640. And then over here we have a desert temple, and we have this awesome looking place over here, and I think there's also a village way over there, but we have this awesome looking land here, okay? And I don't know what to say about this. It's pretty awesome. You got all the little loop-de-loos around here. It's a very, very weird looking place. And it's gotten one of the lessest looking places in the savannah. It's a rare biome. I don't know what these ones are called, but it's a very rare biome. And see here, it looks almost as green as a savannah, or as green as a jungle. And as you see here, this is the same tree as over there. It's a savannah. It's part of the savannah. And then over here we gotten ourselves a nice looking savannah village on a hill and with a waterfall, which is quite neat. And also a blacksmith ad. You can get yourself some free lava, of course, and if you come into here, you got yourself some iron boots and leggings, and also a piece of bread and an apple. Alright, you know, just to see what is in here, let's check out this desert temple here, just again to see what is in here. Let's just come down here and check out the desert temple just to see what we got in here. So we've got golden apples, saddles, and golden armor, garbage, and an enchanted book, not bad, and then another enchanted book with impaling, not too shabby. And you know, let's blow it up just for good measure, because we don't want anyone to steal our golden apple. There. Now, normally in Minecraft, you don't really find villages in swamps or jungles. Well, we've gotten ourselves a village almost in a swamp, or almost in a jungle. It's quite literally, I mean, I'd consider this in a jungle. I mean, we've got 1 block to this house. 1 block. And if you want a jungle villager, of course, you could just take a villager right over to here, and you got a jungle villager. Or they could just walk over there, and they have a chance to just turn into a jungle villager. Not sure how that works, but, you know, that's a thing there, and if you want to take advantage of that, go right ahead. Now, I do want to point out, there is no loot in this village, which is sad, but that's fine because the loot pays off for the jungle side. And over here is probably one of the flattest plains biomes I've ever seen. Look how flat it is over there. That's awesome, okay? This right here is probably, you know, rare to find a plains biome this flat. It's so flat indeed, the water is almost flat itself. And there's a little water, there's a flat water lake going down, and it's just randomly stopping here. Yeah, so it's not just a flat plains biome, it's a flat plains biome with a flat lake. But it's not just a flat plains biome with a flat lake, it's a flat plains biome with a flat lake with a little waterfall going into a cave. And it's not a flat plains biome with a flat lake with a little waterfall going into the cave. It's got also a broken waterfall going into the cave. What are the chances of that? I have no idea. But then what all of you guys came here for probably is the village completely, the zombie village mostly in a swamp. Alright, that is in this direction. But first, right next to the spawn, about 100 blocks away, is one of these little outposts, villager outpost things. With, of course, some nice enchanted books and, you know, basically whatever spawns in there. Then if you go this way, you got yourself some nice little islands in the middle of the ocean. And then you go across those and you're gonna have a village over here, which has some pumpkins, which are, fun fact, rarer than diamonds. Shout out to IBX Soy Cat for that tip. And then right here on this tree is a beehive. Yes, a beehive. They're not the rarest thing in the world, but they're on the rare side. So if you want a beehive, you can just come right here, just from spawn, get a beehive to put in your village. Now this village over here has another blacksmith, which is nice. And in this blacksmith, let's see what's in here. Just garbage currently, but it will always change every time you load up the world. But then from this village is what you've all been waiting for. The main part of this. The zombie village in a swamp. Yeah. This right here, this is a good majority of it. More than half the houses are in a swamp. I never really thought I'd see this, but for example, this house is arguably in a swamp. It's mostly in a swamp. I'd say right here is where it changes. And then these two houses are completely in a swamp. That house is 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 also in a swamp. That house is in a swamp. That house is arguably in a swamp. That house is partly in a swamp, not 100%. That one's a little bit more in a swamp. That one's in a swamp. That one's in a swamp. And then this one over here is, not in a swamp though, but sadly, but these ones are also on top of a big hill. There is no blacksmith in this village, but it's a quite neat village to say the least, and I recommend coming and checking it out. You can get yourself a bell, you can get yourself some carrots and stuff. It's a nice village. You can get some beds. Then we can come on to the next place, which is a desert temple and a nice village. There is no blacksmith in this village, but it's a nice village nevertheless. Now, this what is this called? This right here, this desert rectangle pyramid has some stuff in it, I guess. It's got a golden apple. It's got another golden apple with some gold. It's gotten a fortune book, and it's gotten ourselves a blast protection book with some other goodies. Either way, then we also have this over here. It's quite neat to say the least. It's a nice village. It's gotten a waterfall on it. Not really that spectacular. And then over here, we've gotten ourselves another village. I think this one has a, what is it called? I think this one does have a blacksmith. Let's just check it out. I forgot. No, this one does not have a blacksmith. But then there's another village over here. This one is a savanna village in a swamp. Yeah, there's a whole sort of villages in a swamp, and this one is, again, more than 50% in a swamp, which is, to say the least, nice. Because you see just right there, but then it goes all the way over there. And it not just has a swamp, it also has a witch hut inside of it, which is all out quite neat. I recommend checking this one out as well. And then there's another mesa right over here, which I'm not even gonna bother exploring this mesa. Well, actually, it's a smaller mesa. Well, actually, I don't know. It's continuing on. Okay, yeah, it's a small mesa. This is about the normal size of a mesa. But the other one, again, was huge. Oh, there's another mesa over there. Nice. And then in this mesa, we can go down and get ourselves a bunch of materials and maybe even diamonds. I don't know if we'll find diamonds, but we'll find a bunch of materials down here, because why not? But there is a lot of gold, because it's in a mesa. And you know, gold is just a pretty good thing in Minecraft, okay? It's a pretty good thing. Then there's another village over there. I'm not going to really check it out. And then there's another one of those awesome biomes over here, which is nicely greened. But then also, if you want to go over and make a sick guardian farm, like CupFan85 or CupFan something or other, like CupFan did, come over and check this temple out. It's a quite neat temple. The coordinates are minus 2,993, 62-ish, minus 3,289, again on the top left. So yeah, this is a quite neat temple, not really much to see besides that. Besides just, you know, some nice looking iceberg biomes which you could find villages in. And yeah, that's about it for this area. Now, the closest end portal to spawn has no end portal, which is a bummer. I can't find it to save my own life. I'm saying I can't find it. It might be there, but I don't see it. But if we come to this end portal over here, it's 1,500. No, it's 1,488, 46, and also 1,509 for the end portal. It's gonna come with 2 under eyes, if you want to know, and that's about all you need to know about this end portal. It's quite neat. I mean, it's an end portal. But there is something I'd like to show you, okay? There's a little dirty secret about this end portal, and I'm gonna hop over to my other world just to show you what happened. So I do speedruns in Minecraft, alright? And I was doing a speedrun. I can only eat rotten flesh. Well, I came over to here and all of these blocks turned into silverfish. That's not all. This one, this one, this one, this one, this one, all of these ones, this one, these ones, that wall, that wall, that area, all the way over here, that place, all of these, all of these, all of these, all of these as well, all of those, all of those, all of those, all of these, all of these, all of these, all of those, basically all of it. It's all silverfish spawn eggs, so be careful. All of that, all going over that way. It's a big mess. And then your mansion, which is the last thing I'll show you, but your mansion is quite far away. It's 20,000 blocks away from spawn. And I don't really know what you find in the mansion, but yeah, you got a mansion here, and apparently it's gotten a spawner in it, which is interesting. I didn't know they had spawners, okay. But yeah, you got a mansion over here, and you got a nice looking tall spruce tree, whatever this is called, a mega tiger, whatever. You got a large spruce tree biome over here, which is quite neat. It's quite large as well. Goes quite far in that direction over there. It stops over there, and then it continues this way for quite a while as well. And it's also gotten one of these little things in it, villager outpost. As you see, it still continues on. Alright, that's the end of it over here. So it's a quite big thing, okay? It's a quite big one. It's maybe 1,000 blocks long. And then over here we've gotten this monstrosity, which is also gotten a blacksmith in it. I'm just gonna check it out. Okay, so you got 4 obsidian, 5 obsidian, and some armor and saddles. That's an OP one. And then over here you got another village, which is not any rarer. Okay, this is not any rarer than any other village, but it seems rare because it's in a biome that is rarer. But yes, you got these villages as well. I don't know if these spawn with blacksmiths or not, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. But the weird ones spawn in these areas as well, so they spawn away. See, this is a regular Minecraft guy. they spawn away from where they're supposed to spawn, which I find quite neat. And for example, these are what they're supposed to look like, okay? Either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you'll check the seed out. Hope it's going to be interesting and helpful for you somehow. If it is, be sure to drop a like. And if you do want to see more of these videos, apparently my shirt's torn. If you want to see more of these videos, please do subscribe to the channel. It helps out a lot. We're trying to reach 1,500. Yeah, that's the thing. Either way, see y'all next time. Don't get overwhelmed by seeds. Have a wonderful day. And don't duplicate on servers that have rules. And bye.